No, I was surprised by that too, because I'm such a cooperative learning person and all of this. But there was something that was so healthy about everybody having their space. And there was still plenty of ways for them to work in groups or collaborate with each other, but to have that designated space. So our class sizes have been pretty small, but so it wasn't a big leap for us. And yes, we're going to try to keep our class sizes small. I think that the other thing that really helped was having a ton of protocols around it. I remember back in the day when I first started teaching reading the Harry Long book, the first days of school, and it was all about procedures, procedures, procedures. And this was a year of procedures, procedures, procedures. And we just spent so much time practicing walking in lines, practicing saying how you would turn in papers, how you would go to request to go to the bathroom, what you needed to do when you went there, is like all the things that he says are so important. And this year we did them because it made a difference for COVID. And I think we saw the impact of that a great deal too. So it was that coupled piece. And then the teachers being really intentional still about creating those group interactions. So we started every morning with a morning meeting where the virtual students and the in-person students were participating virtually
Mhm.
in a relationship building, question of the day or story of the day, just to keep those connections really strong. And another thing that I saw happening a lot in the classrooms was students who were in person who were working virtually in groups. So we would have guided reading where three students in different places in the classroom were participating in the same guided reading group right where they are. And you wouldn't think that kids could put on headphones and be speaking and it wouldn't be distracting to other people. And they just did it. They were just, it was fine. Or students, we did some of our interventions were virtual because we were trying to reduce teachers traveling between different groups. So we might have a reading interventionist who was doing interventions with students at two schools at the same time, or doing a one-on-one intervention from the school they were at with the student virtually at the other school. And the student would just sit out in the hallway and do the intervention, or sit in their classroom and do that intervention, and it was fine. So we were just talking today about how we can continue to use that practice, because it actually created more time for interventions because there was less need for travel and movement, and the students just adapted to it so well. I saw teachers bringing in experts a lot more too. Like I participated where an author of one of the books that they were reading for one of the high school class came in virtually and spoke to all the students in the class. And how cool is that?